Bioweapons don't work on vampires. From The Inner Machinations of Nico, edited by Marielle. It was dark when I woke up. I could vaguely discern that I was in a shelter. The cement was cold and damp. I stood and groped for a light switch. The light was blinding at first, but once my eyes had adjusted, I could see her. "Nette?" I asked hesitantly. Her tattered clothes were covered in ash and oil, and I realized mine were too. Nette was bleeding out, and she had the biggest scowl on her face. "We have enough dead heroes. You can turn this around, you know," I said, almost like a plea. "If I wanted you dead, you would already be," Nette said. "You don't, and you don't want to hurt anyone else," I tell her. "But I have to make sure of that," I said, as I suddenly opened the hatch of the shelter. We died slowly. It was very grotesque. I could literally see Nette's skin and flesh melting off her bones. I was dying, but my body wasn't melting for some reason. I only became weaker and weaker. The sky was dusk and dark and smoky, and the outside world was littered with corpses. When there was nothing left of Nette, I wandered a bit. Then I could see someone approaching. "Nico?" I called. He was in a biohazard suit, scouting for survivors. He found a few, and I recognized them as my old neighbors and soldiers. I realized they were taking me in. "No! Let me die!" I said with rage. "You don't understand. If I were allowed to live, the bioweapon would mutate." I thrashed and escaped from their grasps, and I ran and ran and ran. I fell on my knees once I reached the desert. Is this hell? Is this how I'll exist in the world? Bioweapons don't work on vampires? These thoughts swam in my head until I blacked out. It was dark when I woke up. I couldn't remember much, but vaguely